definitely very against it. And I don't know what happened, but after like 2 years, I was just like more used to it, I guess, after my rookie year at Golden State. And I had dinner with Ev in Chinatown, and we had some good food, and we had a great conversation. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready to do this. And if my career goes down the drain, the worst thing I'll have is some cool footage to be able to look at later down the road. And it turned into this, and I had no idea. We had no idea.
A question out here? Yeah.
What was it like working with the NBA and getting that process on the film?
Yeah, the question was what was it like working with the NBA in terms of getting the licensing and.
Well, certainly we have to work with the NBA for stuff like this. Obviously, there's a ton of footage that we use from them. They were actually very cooperative with us, with Jeremy during his rookie year. And whatever we wanted to shoot, they said shoot, and we'll work it out later. Certainly after Linsanity, there were a lot more cameras around, and there was a lot more supervision. But they were great partners all the way through. We couldn't have done it without the NBA.
In the back.
Yeah, did you have a specific plan going in, or did it kind of evolve as you went around over the 2 years?
The question is for Evan. Did you have a specific plan about what you were hoping for, or did it evolve over the years?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, we didn't know what was going to happen, in any documentary like this. When we approached him, he wasn't in the NBA yet, so we had no idea what levels this project was going to go. I think when we started shooting, it was, he got in the NBA, and it was a really awesome, documentary at that point, but then it was a kind of a bittersweet success story, because his first year wasn't, amazing. And so, as we kept shooting, we didn't have an ending. And, when he got cut by the Warriors, and he got cut by the Rockets, we're like, oh, man. And last February, he gave us an ending, so.
Right here. Yeah, the question for Evan and the crew, what it was like for them, having had the history with Jeremy that they had, and then when the whole run started to happen, what was going through their minds?
Well, I mean, we went on this journey with him, when his career was, faltering, going, where it was also, the documentary was also going that direction. So, when he had his moment, we had our moment at the same time. Luckily, we got another moment. We had our second moment was here at Sundance. So, we got two.
I was crying after that New Jersey game too, just for the record.
Yeah, up front.
All right, so Jeremy, would you credit your transformation from being an undrafted bench warmer to being an international sensation?
Who do I credit it to? Definitely, first and foremost, God. As the documentary showed, there were too many things that happened in my life that were beyond my control, and I'll be the first one to admit that. And I think beyond that, definitely there's people see me, but they don't see my support network. They don't see the people who raised me, and basically my parents, my family, my brothers, my pastors, these guys, my close friends. There were so many times when I was ready to walk away from the game, and I was ready to hang it up, and there's so many times when I thought I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't ever be able to last in the NBA or have a good game in the NBA, and I went through a lot of different low points, and so the people around me continually feeding me scriptures and encouragement to get me to be able to go in there and play the game the way that God made me to play. I think that's who I give the credit to.
Yeah, right there. The question is about, when he decided to go to Harvard, he didn't seem that excited, and how did his mom feel about that?
Well, when I was my senior year in high school, I had a few different options, and I was like, talking to my parents, and I was like, I really want to go to Stanford, Cal, or UCLA. And my parents were like, oh, well, MIT and Harvard are also recruiting you. And I'm like, no, I definitely don't want to go there. And the reason why is because it was far away from home. I love California. I love my family. I want to be as close as I could. And I didn't know if I would get along with everybody there. I thought maybe they might be on a different level education-wise, but it turned out to be awesome. I did fit in there, and it was, one of the best decisions of my life, but actually it was like my last option. And so, to be honest, I just wanted to stay in California.
Never heard of Harvard as a last option. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, Jeremy. First, thanks for the tickets. This is the most refreshing thing I've experienced in a long time at the pro level in the NBA. We're the most refreshing thing that's ever happened at the pro level in any sport. Thank you. We're blessed.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Would you speak in the NBA on a chemistry level? What happens to the franchise? What happens to the chemistry? Do they lose all sight of team chemistry? Like Dallas getting rid of Chandler and Berea, and the Knicks getting, not signing. What happens to the chemistry?
Yeah. The question is to ask, like Jeremy talked about, like how important chemistry is in the NBA when individual players come and go.
Yeah, it's definitely different. When you're growing up, college, high school, middle school, your teammates, that's like your second family. In the pros, there's the whole business side, and there's owners, and they invest millions and millions of dollars into their investment. And so they make a lot of decisions that we have no control over.
Yeah, what's more important? I know they'll still make a dollar even if they keep the chemistry.
You should ask Kobe that question.
I don't really know. I think they look at a lot of different things, and I think chemistry is definitely one that's very hard to predict. I think that's the toughest one to predict. It's like when you get a group of players.
Yeah, we'll go. Question right there.
I don't know.
Jeremy, has the money changed to the $25 million? What's been your biggest purchase?
Question is
That's an easy question. My biggest purchase was my mattress. I'm not joking. This is my biggest purchase. I don't really use or have too many nice things. I pretty much, there's things that I like in life, and I don't need it. I don't. That's just what I like. And so I pretty much dress the same and live the same. But my bed is awesome.
Yeah, right there.
Jeremy, was it hard to leave New York and leave the Knicks?
Was it hard to leave New York?
It was definitely bittersweet. I think I had a great time there. I think for me, the toughest part about leaving was the fans, because you guys saw it was the craziest thing ever, and they just totally embraced me, and that's what kind of broke my heart. But for me personally, I was ready to go to a new environment as well, just to start brand new, and the big lights in the big city, that wears on me. I'm from the suburbs. I'm from the West Coast, where it needs to be a little slower paced, and so I think Houston's a good fit for me.
Yeah, right here. Question is about like breaking the stereotypes for a generation.
Yeah, first just thank you to my fans, because they don't have to root for me, but they do, and they do it very well and very creatively. And my only advice is pretty much the same thing that my parents taught me growing up, and it's love God with all your heart, chase your dreams, have fun along the way, and just give your best effort and be okay with the results. And that's very different for everybody depending on their passion. For me, it was basketball.
Yeah, right there. What did you major in?
Economics, and I got a minor in sociology, and they don't help me at all with my current career.
Yeah, in the back.
Jeremy, I'm a fellow ABT, a little older than you, and very supportive company. Just want to say that, you live by dream. We've sat in the driveways, shots all the time. So I'm sure that a lot of people come up to you and say that you live their dreams, especially for Asian American men. how's that been for you?
It's humbling. I think anytime I get to complaining about anything, I always have to take a step back and try to remember the big picture and understand that I'm in a tremendous and very unique opportunity with an unbelievable platform, and so just to be able to wake up every day and with a smile on my face and just to soak it all in and be grateful for everything. I think that's easier said than done because there's a lot of ups and downs in a season, in a career, but that's what I try to focus on, understanding that there's a lot of other people who just would die to be in my position.
Yeah, right there. You had your hand up? Yeah.
Have you met Jeremy?
I sure have.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
What's your favorite NBA team?
Houston Rockets. Well, before that, I was the Golden State Warriors because I grew up in the Bay. But now, Houston Rockets. So make sure you root for us.
Yeah, up in the balcony.
What Kobe say to you next time you play?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't think we.
You can censor it if you have to.
The next time we played was probably this year. And I don't think we said anything to each other. Just a high five, you say high five, you give a high five to everybody before the game, but we don't really talk too much before the game.
Yeah, right up front.
The man upstairs, a lot of milk, a lot of sleep, and
Monkey bars.
monkey bars. I don't know, it's crazy, I really don't know. I just kept growing a little bit every year. I never had like one huge spurt. I just grew like 3 inches for 4 straight years.
You over there?
Yep. There were some pretty trying times in your career. Did you ever give thought to, if it wasn't the NBA, was there another career path you would follow?
The question is, during the trying times in the NBA, if he wasn't, playing basketball, was there something else he wanted
Economics
to do?
or sociology?
If I could have majored in basketball, I would have in college. But I think if it didn't work out, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I think I knew at some point in time I would want to possibly go to seminary and do some type of ministry, work at a church or some nonprofit work. But I felt like if my career had ended after my rookie year, I would have been a little too young to do that. I'd probably need some work experience, and I have no idea what I would have done, to be honest.
Yeah, in balcony?
Yeah, I'm just curious, was it easy to give Houston a second chance after they let you go the first time?
Yeah, for me it was easy because when they let me go, they really wanted to keep me. But they had 15 roster spots and they were all taken. And so the reason why they had waived me a day late is because they were trying to make a trade or something to create space for me. And they had let me know, they had told me that, so that's why I ended up staying a little longer with the team, which was a blessing in disguise because that was the same day that Iman Shumpert got hurt, and so I was still on the waiver wire. And so it was never a bad ending. And when we played Houston, when I was with the Knicks, I ended up saying hi to all the coaches and stuff and kept in touch with them, and so it was a really easy fit for me.
Yep.
First, thank you, Jeremy, for finally coming into Evan and putting him shoot this week experience it. And then question for Evan, do you have another project you started yet?
Yeah, I want millions of people to see this documentary. Right now I'm also shooting another documentary right now on a YouTube artist. Her name is Michelle Phan. Subscribe female on YouTube. So.
Another question? Yeah, over there.
Yeah, it's a big movie. One quick question. If I remember right, is your hot streak with Nick Taylor's injury? And I guess that wasn't covered in the documentary.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that's a good question. You always kind of figure out where do you end, right? I mean, we could keep shooting. I don't think he wants to, but we keep, I think for me personally and our team, we decided that this is a legacy film and this is about the journey to that moment. And everything else that happens, I'm sure someone else is going to shoot another documentary. This guy's third year in his career as an NBA player, so there's going to be a lot more to be documented. For us, this whole documentary was about getting to this moment in time. We have a little epilogue, of course, we skip over the other stuff, but for me, all the stuff that happened outshines tenfold whatever happened after that.
Yep, up in the balcony.
Well, first of all, I know you are a fabulous basketball player, but even better than that is your fabulous personal character. Be a high school associate principal who works with teenagers. What would I tell them about how do you persevere through no matter how many times you were beaten down, you kept on for your dream? What was the key to that?
I would say, for me, there's a couple scriptures in the Bible that talk about how, if you keep your faith in God, He turns everything to good for those who love Him. And there's other, things that talk about how when you go through tough times, it builds you up. It builds your character. It reveals who you are. It refines you. And I think if you look at anybody who's had any type of success or reached a dream that they were chasing, I would say they would all say their biggest times of growth and development and improvement were the tough times, and learning to embrace that and kind of work through that. That's something that I have to constantly tell myself. Having an up and down season right now is, I go through my moments where I'm like, here we go again, but I got to remember too, this is all part of the journey. This is all part of the process. And as I look back at my rookie year, if I could change anything, I really wouldn't, because it's made me who I am today. And it's shaped, part of the story and part of the whole journey.
You're right there.
I'm 24 years old. How old are you?
Yep, right here.
What impresses me most about you is that you're truly a man of faith when you're sharing that with the world. And I think the ladies want to know, are you single? Are you...
I thought that was a question I only got in Asia. That's the first question I get every time I go to Asia.
What's the answer?
Yeah, I am, but that's besides the point. Focus on documentary.
And I'm actually curious, a question for Evan too. You just had a week up at Sundance, and how was that experience for you in terms of having the film connect with the audiences the way it did? And then a follow-up after that, Jeremy, maybe you can talk about, now that it's premiered here and it's going to get out there in a big way, how you're feeling about sort of the world seeing this film.
Sure, I mean, to premiere here at Sundance is an honor. You dream of this as a filmmaker, as an independent filmmaker. This is the biggest stage to premiere your film, and something that we've been working day and night for the last 3 years to premiere here at Sundance has been wonderful. I'll never forget the rest of my life. And the response has been amazing. I mean, people have been engaged. We've, I guess we did our job, and I think that's amazing to have it played here, so.
I think for me, I've been reading stuff online and seeing, the first thing is I want to thank these guys, because when they say they've been working day and night, they literally mean day and night, and not sleeping, day and night, and just working and grinding all the way through. And so to see them with the finished product, actually, I caught the tail end, so I actually haven't seen the final version. But to see the response has been awesome. And I think the thing I'm most excited about is everyone's kind of had what they've wanted to share about the Linsanity thing and about the story. But I haven't had a chance to really share the story from my own eyes. And I think this was the project. The goal was to share my journey through my own eyes.
Well, yeah, let's give them a big round of applause. Great job, guys.
So we do have a little prize right now. So if you check underneath your seats, you may have to reach pretty far under. We kind of had to tape it right underneath your seat. There may be 1 or 2 cards somewhere in this auditorium. Do we have any of those? Oh, right there. Come on up. Yeah, there should be one up there somewhere. You guys see anything? Yeah. All right, well, maybe one of our guys can go up there and help you guys find it. But, hey, what's your name?
Dylan?
Dylan, all right, so we got a prize for you, Dylan. We've got an Enviroscape. And we also have a signed ball for you, so there you go. Yeah, the second prize? Yeah, oh, come on up, come on up. What's your name? Ken. Ken. So, yeah, come on up. Come on, stand next to Jeremy. So, Ken, you win tickets to tomorrow's Utah Jazz game. So, hopefully you can take advantage of that. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. We really appreciate it. This is wonderful.
And lastly, we do encourage you guys, I mean, this is an independent project, so, you know, we encourage you guys, go like us on Facebook, follow our Kickstarter, and check out our trailer at Kickstarter, and support us on Kickstarter and Twitter, so thank you for coming.